hello and welcome back to another half hour of holiday planning with the team here at CruiseAway. It's Jo and Derek with you again to guide you through the very best value Dream Away offers and get ready for something a little bit different. We always want to surpass your expectations of a regular holiday adventure and ramp up the thrill of seeing the world.
That's certainly true of this show as well. You'll be very glad you stuck around for these. So, as a little teaser, later we're off to Norway, the land of the midnight sun and also the land of the world-famous Aurora Borealis. Well, we've got your expedition waiting for next October with a London stay included and a Cunard voyage on the brand new Queen Anne. Now, we're also heading off to the fringes of Antarctica and the bottom of the world in South America later on a trip that has stays to explore in both Chile and Argentina too.
That sounds brilliant, doesn't it? But first, and it had to be the first offer because I couldn't wait, your chance to enjoy the magical world of Disney cruising right here from Oz. Now, this is the equivalent of moving Disneyland to your doorstep as you and the family join the Disney Wonder in Sydney on the 16th of February for 2 fabulous weeks of escape.
Oh, I tell you what, this is going to be something special, isn't it?
This has got to be a real first, I think. I mean, my goodness, coming all the way to Australia and you can just join. I mean, this is on so many people's cruising bucket list. It is ridiculous. This is a whole different world of cruising when you are on board a Disney vessel. Now, if you've been fortunate enough to go and cruise on Disney before, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. It is not just about the phenomenal food on board and the amazing customer service. Of course, Disney is renowned around the world for this, but you get to party with the characters. Yes, you do. You get to enjoy character dining, character breakfast. There's characters all around the ship, whether it be Mickey, Minnie, Goofy, Elsa. You're going to find all of your favorites wandering around the ship to take pictures with. And then there are the unique touches that only Disney is known for. Well, for starters, you've got Disney shows in the theatre and they are all bespoke for the cruise lines as well, again with your favourite characters. Lots of fun game shows to enjoy. It's all about cruising with the family, but of course you can cruise, you know, with your partners. There's no rules really when it comes to Disney cruising. It doesn't have to be with the family, but if you are cruising with the family, they have an amazing children's centre on board. I actually used to work in that centre back in the day. Lots of fun, loads of activities. One of my favourite aspects of Disney cruising, though, has got to be their very unique dining experiences. And they have one called the Animator's Palette. And this is very cool. It starts off with your waiters wearing black and white and the whole restaurant in black and white. And as you progress through the meal, guess what? Your waiters turn to colour and so do your surroundings. It's all done digitally. Absolutely superb.
Oh, wow.
Where else on earth would you have an experience like that? Creative, exciting and vibrant. Now, you're going to be on board for 14 fabulous nights. They do their own fireworks show as well, depending on location too. We're out of Sydney into New Caledonia, where you can enjoy a cultural experience such as the Gibao Cultural Centre, learning about the culture of these amazing islands. Very cool indeed. And look how beautiful they are. Next up, we're heading on to Suva in beautiful Fiji. Now, the Fijian Islands are known for their warm welcome. You know, the islanders are notorious for creating the most exceptional experiences when visitors come to their ports of call, of course. Pago Pago in Samoa is up next, where you can visit the Ocean Centre or perhaps the Flower Pot Rock. You might just want to enjoy some scuba diving, some snorkeling, or some swimming in these beautiful paradisical ocean side experiences. And then we're on into Maui, where you can visit the Halekulea Crater, the Ocean Centre, or perhaps the Lau Valley State Park, known for its beautiful geothermal landscapes. Hawaii is a very special place, of course, to visit. We're then going to be disembarking in Honolulu, and you have 3 nights in a hotel to enjoy superb Honolulu on the island of Oahu. Now, there's a ton of things to enjoy on this island. I think, you know, it's a nice amount of time to have there. You might want to head to Pearl Harbor and you know, catch up on a bit of iconic history. Perhaps head on over to the Diamond Head Crater for a little bit of a hike. Also the shopping. Well, I mean, we're in America, so you're going to find outlet malls. You're going to find lots of deals on offer as well. Maybe you're going to attend a Hawaiian luau. That's a fun thing to do in the evening. a sunset sail or snorkel in the gorgeous waters of Hanauma Bay, where I was lucky enough to see pufferfish, beautiful clownfish, oh, you name it, tropical paradise. Now, after your 3-night stay, we're going to fly you back to Sydney after this epic adventure, this truly magical cruise, because you are enjoying the most magical place on earth at sea.
Do you know, this is going to be such a huge treat. I have to say, at the grand old age of 32 plus taxes, I have never experienced Disney in any way, shape or form in terms of a holiday before. I haven't been to the theme parks and I haven't been on these cruises. And as we've been doing our research, of course, Joe has worked with Disney cruises before, but me doing the research and looking at it and watching all of the videos on board the ships, reading the reviews as well, oh my word, what a magical time. Of course, we've all grown up with Disney in our life one way or another, and this is your chance either to have that walk down memory lane for yourselves, but also maybe to share those experiences with your children. Maybe it's grandchildren, maybe it's nieces and nephews, and you've sat and watched the films 100,000 times, right? Frozen and all of those kind of films. Well, now's the chance to bring that to a magical, here in front of you, can reach out and touch kind of feel experience. This looks incredible, it really does. So it's coming up in February, it's not that far away actually, 18 nights in all. Disney Wonder, you join her right in Sydney, so right on the doorstep for 2 weeks of cruising. You are going to have the absolute time of your life with the family, or maybe it is just you two enjoying the Disney experience, cruising through the amazing South Pacific across to Honolulu. It's going to be amazing. And don't forget, at the end of the cruise, you've got to stay in Waikiki for 3 nights in Honolulu before the flight back to Sydney. Now, this is an incredible opportunity. It doesn't happen often. To have a Disney cruise out of Sydney is like searching for the golden goose. So get ready for an amazing price tag, an amazing experience as well. And one of those that it's like a once-in-a-lifetime kind of experience, but you can go back and do it again. You know, around the world, Disney cruises are there the whole time, but not often on our own doorstep. Here is your price tag. It is incredible. And again, you can't put a price tag on the memories, on the look of the faces of your children and grandchildren, nieces and nephews, as the magic of meeting the real characters on board the ship and having a brilliant cruise as well. You just can't put a price on that, can you, at all? It's amazing memories, and of course they will live on and on and on through the rest of your life as well. Here's the details if you want to upgrade while you're on board Disney Wonder as well. This is very nice. Now, bear in mind 2 things. First of all, this is a Disney cruise out of Sydney. It is going to be very popular. There are a lot of people booked on this package already. So, subject to availability, if you've got your heart set on this, then make it happen as soon as you possibly can. Of course, you can book this via our website, but the quickest way of doing it is speaking to one of our amazing team right now. 1300 408 765 is that telephone number to dial. It's toll free. If you've got any questions whatsoever, you want to know about what happens on the Disney cruises, you know, who to take with you, any questions whatsoever, please do pick up the phone and call us toll free, 1300 408 765. Now, funnily enough, as a family, you might have thought, okay, if you wanted the Disney experience, okay, I got to fly over to America to do the whole theme park thing and really that's as close as I can get to Disney. So you might be looking at this opportunity and thinking, oh, Disney cruising from Sydney, that sounds like a really good idea. But we've never been on a cruise before. We don't know what to wear. We don't know what's included. Well, just take a moment of your time to have a look at this.
When you choose to cruise, you'll experience one of the best value holidays with so much included as standard. Your floating resort will take you to multiple destinations in one trip, where you'll wake up to a new view every day and only have to unpack once. Your en-suite accommodation will have everything you need to feel right at home, with a daily service provided by your personal cabin steward. Around the ship, you'll have the opportunity to take part in various activities, which can include quizzes, dance classes, game shows, movie screenings, lectures, and much more. If that sounds too much, then feel free to relax, unwind, and watch the world go by in a solarium or around one of the pools, or even in a hot tub. If you're cruising with a family, then the little ones will be well taken care of, with a range of kids clubs available for all ages from morning till late. Plus, no matter the age, everyone can have a thrilling time with rock climbing walls, zip lines, water parks, skating, simulators, and even bumper cars. When it comes to food, you'll never go hungry on a cruise, with options available right around the clock. Enjoy fine dining with waiter service in one of the main restaurants, or opt for something more casual in the self-service buffet. There's also snacks and room service available too. And as the sun goes down, that's when the ship really comes to life. Every evening, you'll be spoilt for choice when it comes to entertainment, from Broadway-style shows in the lavish theatre to live music, comedy, karaoke, silent discos, as well as onboard nightclubs, allowing you to dance the night away. So, if you want more holiday for less dollar, make sure you choose to cruise.
Wow,
yeah, it's good to see that as well, isn't it? Because if you've never taken the cruise experience, honestly, you have no idea what you're missing. And it's one of those things that you might look at Joe and myself and say, well, you would say that, wouldn't you? That's your job. But Joe, you've worked in the cruise industry for a long, long time, so you've seen it from both sides, both as a passenger and indeed part of the team on board as well. And I have to say, before my first cruise, I was kind of on the fence. I really wasn't sure whether I liked the idea.
Me too.
Or whether there'd be anything to do on board.
Yeah.
And oh my word, I tell you what, you do not know what you are missing. It's incredible.
How wrong we were.
Yes, absolutely. Right, let's switch cruise lines right now from the fun and incredible getaway and escape back to your childhood from Disney. We are taking now to the absolute opulence and luxury of Cunard Line, and we are heading somewhere elusive and incredible, because we are in search of the Aurora Borealis, the Northern Lights in the north of Norway. This is going to be an incredible adventure, Joe, isn't it?
Oh yeah, really exciting and really unique. What a trip. And we're going to be heading off on the 11th of October next year, which is kind of prime season to potentially see those amazing Northern Lights, flying you from Sydney to England for a 3-night hotel stay in the capital of London. Lovely to actually visit London a little bit off season. Well, they say off season, but London's busy all year round, like any capital city. Now, you might be heading across the pond to see the Rellos, maybe in the UK, or this might be just a great first time to experience London. Oh, there's so much to see. Where do we even start? You know, you've got Big Ben, Houses of Parliament, you have Oxford Street, South Bank with that incredible London Eye, then of course Buckingham Palace. You might want to head to Covent Garden or head and catch a show in the West End as well. But boy, oh boy, London will never disappoint. It will enthrall. I mean, there's incredible history around every turn in London, and you've got a great train system which can take you to different parts in the UK. Talking about that, we're going to be heading to Southampton to jump on board the beautiful and brand new Queen Anne for 12 fabulous nights. Now, she'll only be a few months old at this point, because she hasn't even been launched yet. So these are renderings for you, and this is the first time Cunard have launched a new vessel in over a decade. So she'll be joining the other Cunard vessels as part of the fleet of 4, and it is very, you know, it's a bespoke and unique fleet of ocean liners, not just cruise ships. This is where it all began, the famed White Star Line, of course, from centuries, well, over a century ago. And in fact, you can learn about the history on board. They have a little museum. You know, I love the touches that Cunard will have for that quintessential British experience. Things such as the bookshop on board, such as the afternoon teas, the white-gloved afternoon teas served in the traditional way. You can have one every day, and you don't have to feel guilty because you're on holiday.
You can upgrade to a champagne afternoon tea as well if you want to. And let's make no mistakes that even though this is a brand new addition to Cunard's fleet, it's a very, very exclusive fleet, and it will lack not an ounce of that classic Cunard charm. and
yeah.
elevation and the best of everything. I mean, I talk about this quite a lot with people that I've spoken to who've cruised many, many times over the years, and still that ultimate and that pinnacle cruise, if you like, through the regular cruiser's cruising career is heading towards that Cunard experience.
Absolutely.
And then repeating it around the world as well, which is incredible. Of course, there's the iconic journey to and from London and New York,
yes.
which many thousands of people do every single year. And then there are these journeys which are off the beaten track, which feel extra special with that Cunard twist.
Yes, when you're on board, you can enjoy some luxury shopping. You know, big brands like H. Stern, you'll find some of the big watch brands on board as well. It is a Tiffany & Company. It is absolutely superb what is on offer on board Queen Anne. And you know, if you love to dance, they do ballroom dancing like no other ship. They have professionals flown on board as well. You'll be talking about some amazing shows in the theatre. And we're cruising out of Southampton into Alesund as our first port, which is a beautiful sleepy seaside town in Norway. As you can see, those lovely coloured houses make a lovely picturesque, you know, welcoming. Tromso's up next, and Tromso is known for, you know, its famous museums, its lovely wooden houses, but you can see the mountain views in the distance, absolutely spectacular.
And see where we are here on the map as well. These are the ports ideally for the clearest skies, that if the aurora appears, there it is in full view in front of you.
Well, talking about that, we have an overnight for you in Narvik. So we're very far in the North Arctic Circle here, and you'll get to have an optimum amount of time to potentially see those incredible northern lights, potentially that, you know, a natural phenomena light display. And here it is, my goodness, as those colours change from one to the next, a natural phenomenon that so many people would love to see in their lifetime for sure. And having that extra time in port enables you, and then, you know, we'll have some extra late night stops in port as well.
Oh, it's incredible. Actually, what we didn't mention there, with so many notes and so many research pieces here, is that Tromso and Narvik, so two of the previous ports, you have an overnight. So you've got 2 full days and the night there as well. Then we move on to gorgeous Stavanger.
Yes, we do, where you'll want to visit the Petroleum Museum and the Canning Museum, which are actually very cool. It's nice to learn on the ecology and the economy of these ports, I think.
Definitely. Day at sea, then back to Southampton, and then we fly from London back to Sydney. Yes, I can absolutely recommend very highly the Petroleum Museum in Stavanger. Stavanger is very walkable, actually. It's a place that you can walk around in about an hour and you've seen it. These places in Norway are small and boutique and wonderful. They are incredible. It's a lovely part of the world as well. And of course, the wonderful scenic cruising, and fingers crossed that the aurora comes out to play as well, because that would just be the icing on the cake for this experience for you, wouldn't it? And something you'll remember and treasure for the rest of your life. Actually, that's what we should have called this show, actually. Treasured memories for life. Anyway, October next year this holiday is. It's 18 nights all told, and included is the flight from Sydney to London. We've got 3 nights in a London hotel, which is just going to be spectacular. Explore London as you want to in the crisp kind of autumn of the UK. It's going to be wonderful. Then you've got 12 nights of cruising from Southampton on the brand new Queen Anne. There you are in her maiden season, going from Southampton up to the north of Norway, to incredible ports that are just perfect, that if the aurora shows herself there, you've got the perfect vantage point. And you've got double overnights there as well, one in Tromso and one in Narvik, which is the north of Norway. Perfect. I mean, that's your window on the aurora to see it 360 degrees up on top deck from Queen Anne. We'll transfer you at the end of the cruise from Southampton back to the airport in London for the flight back to Sydney. Now, you think about the distance, you think about the calibre of the cruise that we're taking here as well, and you are thinking tens of thousands of dollars, I'm sure. Well, let me tell you 2 pieces of information. First of all, the deposit on this holiday to get it booked right now, because it is so far away, $500 each today, will secure this price tag, which both Joe and I looked at and were pretty tempted by. Let me tell you, you've got a brand new Cunard ship here, and you've got the stay in London, plus the flights, which is incredible. $5,299 each, or today just $500 each as a deposit, which is incredible. Let's look at upgrades as well, because she's a brand new ship. She's one of the finest, of course, being Cunard. And there are your prices if you want to upgrade to Ocean View balcony, or indeed one of those incredible regal feeling suites on board there as well. Don't forget, you can spread the cost of your holiday as well with the Travel Pay Later, where you can arrange kind of monthly payments that are sort of more bite size as you budget for your holiday. So speak to the team about that possibility as well. 1300 408 765 is our toll-free telephone number. I'd be quick on that one if I was you. Wonderful.
Yeah, that's excellent for a brand new vessel, but not just any brand new vessel. Cunard, of course. Well, sticking with luxury cruising, but this time with Princess Cruises, we have an amazing voyage called Sapphires of South America and Antarctica. Sounds pretty enticing just by the title, doesn't it? It's for 21 nights and leaving on the 18th of January. You're going to be flying from Sydney to Santiago in Chile for a 2-night hotel stay. I loved this city. Oh, it's vibrant, it's gorgeous. They have exceptional wineries. I've been to that mall. Very nice shopping. And then there is, of course, the history and culture of this port as well to visit. Lovely churches, very friendly people, vibrant and exciting.
Chile's wine country as well.
It
lucky
really is,
people.
yeah. And then we're heading on board the stunning Sapphire Princess for 16 nights on board this vessel. This is exciting. Now, on Princess, you have also got a really wonderful system where you're able, with the medallion, the Princess Medallion, it's a little coin that you can operate your stateroom with, you can order drinks, you can do pretty much everything you want with this coin, and it makes it so much easier for you to tailor your cruising experience, plan your dining, your shows, all of that stuff. Talking of dining and shows, there's over 20 bars on board. There's also lots of incredible restaurants. You have the chef's table if you want to do something really special, hosted by the executive chef. The main dining rooms, though, I mean, you can eat like a king or queen every single night when you're on board a cruise ship, because you have the 3 or 4 course meals in the dining room and your own personal service as well, with your own waiter that is designated to you for the entire cruise, and you will become best buds, honestly, when you're on board with your waiter or waitress.
Yeah, for sure. That comes to your repeat visits back to the bar as well. The team remember your name and what you drink as well. It saves time, let me tell you. Loads available on board. As you saw, there's a full fitness gym there and spa for you to enjoy. There's the sanctuary as well that you can go off and just have some quiet time, just you and the other half.
Oh yeah.
Enjoy the wonderful, and I do mean wonderful, incredible big production shows of an evening. Lots of entertainment around the ship, so many different choices as well. Your day will be absolutely packed, let me tell you. You will love it. And you've got some good sea days on this cruise as well, to just sit back, chill out, and absolutely just revel in the gorgeous, gorgeous cruise. So
and landscapes.
Yeah, amazing. So we're sailing out of Santiago in Chile.
Yes, we are. We're heading into Punta Arenas, which is going to be, again, on the gateway to Patagonia in southern Chile. It's beautiful. You have lots to see and do there, including the Magellanic Penguin Sanctuary to visit. Next up, we're into Ushuaia, the furthermost tip. They call it the end of the world. Tierra del Fuego National Park is right there. You also have the Beagle Channel and a wildlife cruise that you can do when you're there, a great railway as well. Stanley in the Falkland Islands beckons us next, known for its incredible penguins, and you know, you will see some exceptional wildlife in this part of the world. There's lots of lovely scenic cruising to enjoy. Also, next up, we are into Montevideo in Uruguay. Also beautiful port. Great winery I visited here. Loved it. They have an amazing central square called the Plaza Independencia, which you might want to, hop around, do a spot of shopping, take some great pictures there. Now, we're going to be disembarking in Buenos Aires, and you are going to be having 2 fabulous nights in a hotel. I was lucky enough to spend a month in this amazing city, and boy, oh boy, it does not disappoint. Everything from the Ava Perón Museum to the incredible Recoleta Cemetery, where actually Eva Perón's buried. But I tell you what, this is unlike anything you've seen before. Like, this is a place you have to visit when you're there.
You know what everyone's got in their head now? Everyone's singing to themselves, aren't they? Don't cry for me, Argentina.
Well, you can see the balcony as well where she sang from. So where she addressed the nation. Obviously, it was you know, for dramatic value that she sang from that.
Yes.
But yeah, I mean, what a trip! What a trip! Starting off in Chile with a hotel stay, very unusual to have a starting point there. Scenic cruising through the Antarctic and Cape Horn. I mean, how many people can say they've done that in their lifetime? And then finishing off in beautiful Buenos Aires before we fly you back to Sydney. End-to-end flights, cruise, it's all included.
Do you know what? This holiday would be good for wine lovers as well. I've had many an amazing Chilean wine. They are incredible, very crisp as well.
Yes.
So, January, 21 nights, 3 weeks this holiday. What an adventure. Includes the flight from Sydney to Santiago in Chile, 2 nights in a hotel there, 16 nights of cruising, full board on the Sapphire Princess, down to the bottom of the world, through South America to the fringes of Antarctica, and you'll end the cruise in Buenos Aires in Argentina and spend 2 nights there in a hotel. And of course, the flight back to Sydney is included as well. Really good news on the price tag here, because again, given everything that we're doing in this offer, it sounds very expensive. Look. That's like stop the traffic prices. $6,499 per person for an amazing adventure as well. Chile is so untapped and undiscovered and unvisited as well by so many. So that means it's unspoilt and you can really enjoy it, and there's so much to discover as well. This is far from the madding crowd, this one. It's wonderful. Here's the upgrade prices on board. If you want to upgrade your cruise up to balcony or up to suite, remember it's 16 nights that you are on the cruise out of the 21. So bear that in mind when you're factoring your budget there. Talking of budgeting, of course, remember we give you the opportunity with Travel Pay Later to break down the cost of that holiday as well and budget ahead of time. It's incredible. Call us right now, toll free 1300 408 765 is that telephone number to call. Remember, that's not going to cost you a cent. It's free. So do talk to our team. I think it's always nice when you're booking travel, Joe, to talk to someone, because you always have questions, don't you?
Absolutely. Talk to a human as well, which is always nice in this day and age, right? And that's the great thing, is that we can actually give you that. It's almost like you're just talking to a friend when you're talking to us to plan your cruise adventure. And honestly, a friend that knows everything, has been there, has done it, has got the t-shirt, because we have the lowdown on all of these ports and all of the trips that you will be thinking of planning. And remember, you know, we can spread the cost of your cruise as well with our great new payment system, enabling you to budget and just completely put this into your diary to make happen in real life. It's amazing.
Yeah, completely. And actually, the friend that you talk to toll free with us as well is taking the time to get to know you, to find out what is right for you. And they will say, actually, I'm not sure if that's right for you. Let's talk about other options as well. So keep your mind open and keep the phone in your hand. We are here twice a day with CruiseAway as well. Remember, 1 and 4 o'clock in the afternoon here on Gecko. So come back and join us again for more fabulous adventures from CruiseAway. See you later.
See you soon.